All right, everybody. What time is it?
It looks like it
appears to.
It appears to be
Soda.
3 p.m. on a Friday, and that means that if it's 3 p.m.,
Okay.
you could say it's triple p.m.
He has a point.
It's triple jelly.
He has a point. He's right.
Jacob, you can't deny the truth that it's triple jelly donut o'clock.
It is.
Yeah.
Happy, and the crowd goes wild.
Is that your Red Bull bag?
No.
What? Somebody left a Red Bull in here. We need to kill them.
No.
Well, gentlemen, another week, another geek.
Okay.
You want to know something, Jacob?
And what might that be?
Something's been plaguing me recently.
Oh, what's been plaguing the soul?
I'm just thinking about all those times when I was a kid and playing all these games for the first time.
Wow.
I just have so much of that. Oh, what's the
What's
term?
the word? I think I know it.
What's the word?
Is it Nosferatu?
Oh, I know it starts with it. I know
Close. Is it
close.
nitrous oxide? Is it
A little
not?
bit farther away
Wait
from
a
the
minute.
pad.
Is it perhaps? Oh, I've got it. Is it nostalgia?
Oh, that's right.
Nostalgia.
Jacob, what is the most nostalgic game you think you've ever played?
The game that brings me the most nostalgia, you could say, that would be
Yes, the most nostalgic.
New Super Mario Brothers for the Wii. New Super Mario Brothers Wii, I would say.
That's a beautiful choice.
I see.
That was the first 2D Mario game I played, I guess. So the first video game I ever played was Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
Okay.
I see.
So that one's obviously very nostalgic for me. Then the first Nintendo game I played was Mario Kart Wii. The first Mario game I played would have been Super Mario 64 DS, but I really didn't get into it that much when I first got it. Like, I wasn't really into the DS when I first got it until I got the Wii. But then I got the Wii, and I got New Super Mario Brothers Wii, Hooey Zooey Mama. Every time I hear that classic, it's
just like the real thing.
It is.
DMC.
Every time that intro plays, brings a tear to the eye, flooded with great memories. So part of the reason it's nostalgic is A, just because it's an old game and I've played it a lot, but also B, it's the only that and Mario Kart Wii are the only games that my siblings would play, because they're not gamers. None of them play video games. Like my sister might dabble in Animal Crossing every once in a while. My brother would play the Lego games. He's a Lego guy. But besides those, very rare occasions, those are the only two games they played. So I have a lot of fond memories playing that. Well, and actually, I take it back, because now I'm remembering that I would have to include Wii Sports. They played that as well.
I see.
I asked for one answer, dude.
Yeah, what's the most nostalgic game?
New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I was just explaining why.
And then we talked 20 minutes about what Jacob's most nostalgic game is.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
You asked it, I gave you an answer. I told you why.
What about you,
I'm
Daniel?
going to be telling you why.
My most nostalgic game is Wii Sports Resort.
All right, let's not let him tell us
Nintendo
why. Let's
Wii.
move on,
Daniel,
apparently.
tell us why.
I've got fond memories of playing the island flyover minigame for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
But of course.
And
But
having
of course.
nightmares about it becoming scary and
What?
not like how it should be. And it was a very strange phenomenon.
I had happy dreams about it, bro. Dude, I loved
I
it.
had
Wait.
so many like nightmares about the Wii Sports Resort Island.
Woohoo Island?
Yes.
Do you
What?
hate when we go to the Smash Bros stage?
Woohoo is
No, I
literally
love it.
like the best.
It's my favorite place
the
ever.
best
I want
place
to
in
live there.
gaming, bro. I love Woohoo.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
no,
what?
because it got like evil and scary, and I'm like, this isn't how I remember it. Anyways, Xander,
Okay.
what's
Oh.
your most nostalgic game?
Well, I'm glad you
Be
asked.
something goofy, bro.
Yeah, it's probably some.
Although I
lame.
do remember the very first video game I ever played. It was Mario Kart DS. But every game after that is a blur, except for one. And that
Every
would
game
be-
you've ever played after that, even up until now.
Yo, I forgot the last game I played. The last game I played was Elroy Durst's Super Mario World.
This is true.
I don't remember. But Oh, this game,
Oh, boy.
Pokemon Conquest.
For the game? Wait, that was in the GameCube?
It was for the DS. It was a tactical strategy game.
Oh, what am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking of Stadium.
Probably.
Wait,
Stadium's on the
Stadium
N64.
N64. What is it, like Gale of Darkness?
Coliseum.
Pokemon
Pokemon
XD,
XD.
Gale of Darkness.
There's a lot of Pokemon spin-offs.
Yeah, but oh my goodness, not to this day, but I remember when I was maybe 12 or 13 years old, I found my copy under the couch that I lost.
Oh,
for
that's
years.
magical. I'm not gonna lie.
I put it back in and it said like 310 hours because I would just
Oh.
replay the main story. Even though once you beat the game, you can play like all the other characters'
Yeah.
stories. But yeah, I just had so much fun with this one. But Jacob, the main reason I asked was because for many people,
Wow.
a lot of people, the answer to this question of what is the most nostalgic game of all time
Yeah.
would be Ocarina of Time.
Wow.
For the N64.
What a fantastic intro! A game that none of us are nostalgic
Well,
for.
no,
at the nostalgia section.
We'll get to that.
Wiggle my
Okay.
finger. One of us
Okay.
here does have nostalgia for Ocarina of Time.
And it's the lamest one.
And it
Oh shit! Oh wait, Jacob, you gotta introduce us to this
Wow.
segment. You gotta introduce us to this segment like you always do first before we start throwing hands. Okay?
yeah.
Okay.
So Daniel M. Stinkley, as some might call him, claims that none of us have. Just stop looking at me, Daniel.
Bro's-
that.
bro's the Grinch
Bro looks
right
like
now.
the Jim Carrey Grinch, and it makes me uncomfortable.
It
Anyways,
hurts. That face hurts so bad to do.
so when I was just a wee tot, well, not that wee, the Nintendo Wii, no,
Get out of here.
in
We would like to play. Okay.
Anyways, in the great year of what would that have been, like 2015, 16? The 3DS had been out for a long time. And this the Switch was actually on the horizon, but I didn't realize that at the time because we didn't know it yet. But anyways, for my birthday, I got a Nintendo 3DS and one game, Ocarina of Time 3D. That's not that surprising. And so I actually do have some nostalgia for this game, I must admit. Not that I was like a kid when I played it. I mean, I was like a preteen. But no, I do have fond memories of booting up my 3DS for the first time and seeing the little icon swivel around on the screen near the bum ba da ba da bum little
I know what you mean.
jingle. That opening sequence, it was really fun, and it was a rare example of. So this was right before I was like really in the internet sphere. Like I used the internet, but I watched YouTube and stuff, but I didn't like dive deep into things. So I didn't know everything about the game. So kind of like how I was saying with Super Mario 64 DS, where I kind of got that like pseudo playground experience, even though it was years after. I also kind of got that with Ocarina of Time 3D. Like I gotta, discover things for the first time, for myself. Solving the dungeons and how, what items to use on the bosses and stuff. The only exception to that is the water temple. I was stuck on that for so long that I did have to look up how to beat it. And even then, it still took me a while to beat the water temple. It was fortunate that it was the only game I had, because otherwise I genuinely don't think I would have beat it, because I was having a blast. But when I got to the water temple, like everybody says classically, it really did slow down the game. I kind of stopped having fun, and I put it down for like a few months. And right before I got Mario Kart 7, I was like, no, I should return to this. And I did, and I worked my way through it, and the latter half of the game is really, really fun. So, yeah.
And I kind of had the same experience. I remember going into a Nebraska Furniture Mart. I know it's pretty cool. And I saw the Nintendo Select version for like $20, so I said, okay.
In the Furniture Mart?
Yeah, Nebraska Furniture Mart. They sell technology and stuff too, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, it's one of those kind of rare instances where we can have nostalgia for a game that is the exact same as the other one, but like not the same one. You know what I mean? Like you're getting the perspective of 19, 20-year-old kids right now, and
1920?
1920.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I genuinely thought. Yeah, I thought you were saying
1920s.
No, I genuinely thought you were like saying kids from 1920. What are you talking
and
about?
compared to whenever this game came out, 1997
96?
or 6 or something.
Let's
Had to
check
be something
ye old
like that.
notes.
Ye old notes.
Ye old Google.com.
No, the
ye
actual
old
notes.
notes that I
Ye
wrote.
Old notes.
1998,
Oh, okay.
which was a little bit later, a couple years in the N64 life. But like, there's people. Oh my goodness, how many years ago
my
was
goodness.
that now?
A lot.
30. There's people in their 30s, 40s
Yeah.
that played this game on the N64, and I mean, I understand how nostalgic that can be for a
Yeah.
lot of these people. But if you want my genuine, honest opinion of the game,
Oh, here it comes.
it's a good game. It's a really, really good game.
Controversial
It's got-
opinion. Ocarina
it's
of Time
got-
is really good. Says
It's got a lot of things that you can look back on and say like, oh, that was really fun to play, and it had some really fun, like side quests and stuff. But looking back on Ocarina of Time, I don't think it's that nostalgic. I don't look back on Ocarina of Time and say like, oh my goodness, greatest game ever. I think Ocarina, on a scale of top 10 best Zelda, or yeah, let's go Zelda games in general, I think Ocarina of Time is maybe like 6 or 7.
Jacob is leaving the studio. He's set his headphones down and is shaking his head and coming back now. because he's a coward.
Curse
Listen here. Listen. It's. I honestly, okay, the first Zelda game I ever played was Twilight Princess.
Oh,
And-
this was my first Zelda game.
and which makes a lot of sense because it was
Yeah.
a lot of people's first Zelda games, and especially as the first 3D Zelda game. So people who were already playing Zelda games at the time, this was an entirely new experience. Like this is a new introduction to the Zelda franchise. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But playing Twilight Princess the first time, oh, if we get to that today or another time,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, one of the best stories ever told in a video game.
Does have a
And
great
then
story.
going back to Ocarina of Time, people are like, oh my god, it's so emotional when Saria gives Link her ocarina and Link leaves. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Do you have any
Then he
idea?
goes away.
Do you have any idea what Link has been through in Ocarina of Time? He was turned into a wolf.
Do you
He
mean
was
in
chained.
Twilight Princess?
That's what I meant. Did I say Ocarina?
I will
said
say,
Ocarina of Time.
I get some of the hype behind Ocarina of Time because, it's it still holds the title for highest rated game ever. I don't think it's that good anymore. When it came out, probably, but yeah, I as someone who this was their first experience with Zelda. I'm not saying this opinion is any better than it. I feel like a lot of it does come down to what you played first, because I do hold a lot of attachment to this game, like the opening song, not the one when like Navi's
Yeah,
flying
the,
around. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that song genuinely, that is one of the most emotional video game songs
it
for me.
is.
It really hits me. Or Zelda's Lullaby of the game. Like that game's rendition of Zelda's Lullaby really hits me in the feels. But even as someone who never played Twilight Princess, to your credit, like Midna's Lament, that song when you trying to
yeah.
get her back to wherever, I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
And that tugs at the heartstrings too. I never even played the game, and that.
I will say, I do think the Ocarina of Time soundtrack is better than the Twilight Princess soundtrack, because
Yeah.
Twilight Princess just kind of revolves around, dark. It's a dark game.
Yeah.
I remember I remember all the songs in that game are really memorable. Like Saria's song,
Yeah.
iconic. Then you get to the Hyrule Castle town, iconic. And then you go anywhere else. Yeah, literally, like that playing on
I
loop,
love
it
that
just
song.
gets stuck in your head.
Yeah.
But yeah, Daniel, do you have anything you'd like to add to this topic?
I've never played Ocarina of Time. All I know is that Twitter Nintendo fans love it,
Yeah.
so that means I hate it.
Oh,
Yeah, and
yeah.
I don't remember if I put this on the notes, but this is just something that peeves me.
Oh, what could it be?
Nintendo made Twilight Princess with the intent of it being the most real Zelda game, the most real looking Zelda game. And they held a poll and they were like, what is the most realistic looking Zelda game? Like this is for a big event, not just some Twitter poll.
Yeah.
And all the fans were like, Ocarina of Time is! Twilight Princess has nothing on Ocarina of Time! And I wanted to spontaneously combust.
Yeah. Well, what am I trying to say? Twilight Princess is very derivative of Ocarina of Time. Like Majora's Mask, we'll get to in a second, is like a direct follow-up. But Twilight Princess kind of feels like the third entry. In the Zelda timeline, it doesn't exactly work like that just because of the split. But yeah, it was trying to go for the same realistic look. So I feel like, by default, Twilight Princess just looks better because it's attempting to do the same thing just 2 generations later. So I think that's a lot of nostalgia gripping people's perspective of how the game looked. Because even the 3DS remake, which I think is a good looking game, especially for a launch title on 3DS, but even that doesn't hold a candle to Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess, I think the problem with Twilight Princess for me, which I guess technically we're not talking about Twilight Princess now, but I'll bring it up because it's relating to Ocarina, is like you're saying, the game is dark, but not even just that it's like, ooh, it's like dark and brooding. Like visually, there's a lot of greens and browns and grays. Yeah. And it fits the game's story, but visually it's not very interesting. But Ocarina of Time does a very similar thing, I think to a slightly lesser extent. But yeah.
I was just gonna say that everything I've seen of like Ocarina of Time, I feel like the game just looks like blurry. I feel like that's just because of like how the graphics were at the time and how it was a very early kind of game with like darker colors and things. But I feel like everything that I've seen of that game, I'm like, I can't even like really tell what's on the screen because it's all blurry.
Especially if you're looking at N64 graphics there and 3DS graphics. If you're watching a YouTube video about a 3DS game, it'll
compress it quite a bit.
You'll see the pixels, especially it's an earlier title in the franchise, so like it looks a lot more blurry than compared to, I don't know, one of the newer games, Sushi Striker.
Well, plus and also I think if you look at it on original hardware, I don't think it looks quite as ugly, but
I was just gonna say really quick.
Yeah, no, keep going.
I think oh my god, almost squeaky.
Yeah, bro, was squeaking up a storm.
I think narrative-wise, though, it does tell a really good story, especially with the time travel mechanic. And it kind of opened them up to a bunch of new boundaries, because this was a whole thing about splitting the timeline and everything. Like, Link dies in one of them, Link wins but stays as a child, and then Link wins and stays as an adult. Or something.
I actually really love... I feel like that's kind of a divisive Zelda topic, is the timeline. I love it. I love the split. I think it allows them to, like you're saying, it allows them to... They're not, like, stuck in this one narrative. Exactly. I think that's kind of fun, because then, like, Wind Waker, it wouldn't be able to exist unless they have a split like this, but... Yeah. But, something I was going to say earlier that I've forgotten, and really it's not my tale to tell, it's Daniel's tale to tell. Something we should preface saying is that poor Daniel Hinckley will have no experience this episode, and I will have minimal.
This is going to be my Daniel doesn't talk very much and just kind of lets the other two do the talking.
This will be me from last week on Pokemon.
Yes. We have swapped roles.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna move on to glazing the game, saying things I do like about the game.
Wasn't that what we were just doing?
Well, we were
I thought that was what we were already doing.
Well, I feel like we just got done. Saying why it's not the greatest game. Like we were saying, it's ugly.
Well, tell me what you like about the game.
Okay, well now I don't want to, because now
don't tell us. The
floor is yours. Okay. Something I do really like about... Oh, I guess you're right, because we were just talking about the time travel. Golly. I was to say, one thing I actually really do like about the game is that it wasn't afraid to have a what's not interesting. Interesting isn't the right word. I mean, interesting, yes, but it wasn't afraid to do something unique with the story. Because like when I think back to Ocarina of Time, I think like, oh yeah, like that's kind of the basic Zelda story. But then when I think about it more, I feel like it's kind of basic now just because it's old. But at the time it came out, and for me, I didn't really know the story when I played for the first time. When you travel to the future and everyone is dead, like stepping into Hyrule Town for the first time and there's re-deads, and like you can go down an alley and there's just straight up a dead body sitting there. Holy, that was crazy to me as a kid.
Yeah, no, I get you. And another thing I appreciate about it is the original N64 game was rated like E10 plus.
Yeah.
But the original game also had that creepy, like bloody, like literally one of the dungeons was a genuine dungeon.
Yeah, with like a mass of flesh as the boss. This is that game.
Yeah.
And there's like this creepy monster thing, like blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And even in the original Ocarina of Time, when you're fighting Ganondorf, you beat his first phase, Ganondorf pukes up blood.
Yeah.
And then they changed that in the 3DS remake to just puke.
Yeah,
It's
there's
green.
There's several things about the 3DS remake that I don't like. One of them is the blood change, making it green. Like, you can be like, okay, maybe he bleeds green because he's a Gerudo or something like that, but it just looks like vomit and it's weird. There's that. There's what is it called? It's not the Spirit Temple, but it's the one under Hyrule Castle. And that one in the N64 version, like you said, has like blood all over the walls and stuff, and they removed that from the new one. And it's really interesting because in the Zelda universe, this is the only time that we kind of see the dark side, I guess, of like Hyrule. Like you go down there and it's like the lore behind that temple is that it's like people who discovered like the dark side of like the royal family, and you get on there and it's literally like a torture dungeon. Like there's literally like skeletons hanging from the wall and stuff. Like it's kind of crazy actually. It's like, dang, like that's kind of messed up, especially since the people we're fighting for is, Zelda is the royal family. So I like that kind of aspect. And then also one other thing they changed, a minor thing, the fire temple is really cool in the original because it has this like chanting behind it, and it makes it I don't know, it adds such a cool atmosphere. They removed it not just from the 3DS version, they removed it from the N64 version as well, from all of their virtual re-releases, and also any copy that wasn't released in like the first year doesn't have it, because it's like Islamic chants, and it sounds super cool in game, but it sparked controversy in the late 90s because it had like religious, it like meanings, like it was actual like words in Islam, so it had like meaning and stuff. So some people had a problem with it, but but besides those minor kind of tweaks, I think the 3DS remake is the definitive version. That's definitely the version I would play, because the graphics, and also maybe it's just because I'm a little baby and I need my handheld, but the 3DS version does a lot better job of guiding you through some of the more cryptic areas, because that game has some dungeon portions that are like what the heck?
And like when they come out with the Pegasus boots and it expects you to walk on nothing. Yeah. It's like take a jump of faith. Just walk across
on nothing. Yeah. And like obviously the infamous water temple is streamlined because you don't have to pause and change to the boots.
Yeah, it's like definitely the item management's a lot easier. It's the bottom screen just helps with a ton, but yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's not as bad as I remember, Jacob.
No, and also, not that I don't think that it's fair to look at games and say, oh, when it came out, it was great, so it's great now. Exactly. I don't think that's fair. But also, you gotta remember when this came out, like this, like was the first 3D adventure game that was kind of competent. I feel like Z targeting was new. Like the fact that it's even called Z targeting, I still hear it called Z targeting a lot. It's only called that because of this game. You did it with the Z button, like that lock-on feature. But then at the same time, like if you look at it in a modern lens, there are some portions of the game that are ridiculously boring. Like the first time I got to Hyrule Field as a kid, I was like, whoa, this is an open world game, adventure game. Adventure! I run out to get my horse, and then I keep running,
And you
keep
keep
running.
No,
There's an empty field.
I still see people gas that part up. They're like, the first time you get to Hyrule Field in Ocarina of Time, it's just magical. You know, and they're like,
it was
okay,
at first. Yeah, it was magical at first because the music. Oh, I love the song. I'm like, oh man, this is about to be a grand quest. And then there's a lot of walking and rolling.
Yeah.
And
I think
yeah.
Ocarina of Time is just a good experience.
Yeah.
I think if you wanted to play something that you'll remember for like the rest of your life, this definitely a game that you will like
It's a game.
every single aspect. I mean, like there's even little details like when Luigi takes over the farm, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When Luigi takes over
Super
the farm,
Mario Luigi?
yeah, and you
Yeah.
have to jump over like a
Yep.
ledge and a cliff with Epona. Like there's
That part's
that.
awesome, yeah.
There's so much to it.
We already touched on this. We already touched on the music, but one of my favorite, definitely in my top 5 favorite game pieces ever is from Ocarina of Time. Maybe a couple of Zelda's Lullaby might be up there too, but Gerudo Valley or Gerudo Town. Yeah, yeah, like the yeah. What is that style of music? I had it in my head and I can't remember. It's
I don't know. I
Samba.
couldn't tell you.
not samba. It's it is something of Spanish origin. I'll tell you that much. What is it? Flamenco? Is that flamenco?
Oh, it might be.
Probably because
Something
they
like
got
that.
the clappers.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That song is a hit. The actual portion of the game is just okay. I don't like sneaking sections in games, which is
I get that.
A grievance,
but I
but-
think that one's like acceptable because
Yeah.
you're a dude in this village only women are allowed
Yeah.
to be in. Which is kind of funny because Ganondorf is of these people.
Yeah.
He was just a one-born male
Yeah.
out of all of them, and they're like, get out of here.
Well, it's like I thought the story was like there's one like male Gerudo born every like 1,000 years or
100,
whatever.
yeah,
100
every
years,
century,
and it's like
yeah.
that's like the leader of them. But
Yeah.
then he was like, guys, guess what?
Evil.
I'm evil. And
easy.
then
Yeah.
As
I only-
Ganondorf
I-
tends to do.
I only know that because of Tears of the Kingdom, which we'll get to eventually.
Yeah.
One
well,
day.
And also, yeah, I have questions about the Gerudo lore. There's only once a century.
But Jacob, we could talk about Ocarina of Time all day.
We got
if
other
could.
things to talk
We are.
about.
We're already
We're
30
halfway
minutes
through
into
the
the
show.
show.
This is what I was saying. Before the episode, Xander Hull, he says to me, he's like, oh, I want to do all the 3D Zelda games in
Yeah,
one
we're not
episode."
doing it.
I called him a fool. I said, there's no way.
But Jacob, did you ever play Majora's Mask?
Me neither.
No, I didn't. I wanted to play the 3DS remake, but then I'm always getting differing opinions online about
This
3DS.
guy online says it's not good, so it must not be good.
Well, he's never played it.
Am I faulted for looking at other people's opinions?
Yes.
I'm not taking them for truth. I'm just saying.
Dude, it's the same as Ocarina of Time.
No, I hear though, and I mean, obviously you know about this because you did play the 3DS remake, right?
Yeah.
But have you played the original as well?
No, but it's pretty much the same.
It's pretty much the same. The one thing is the mask transformations were changed. Like the Gerudo, like the way the Gerudo, and I know the Zora is dramatically changed, and the swimming. That's what everybody says. The swimming is much worse in the 3DS remake.
I've never
See,
had
the
a
thing is though, if you didn't know, like if you didn't play the original, it's probably a non-issue because you're like.
I feel like it's one of those things where whichever one you played first, you're gonna say, "Oh, this is the better way."
Also, something weird. This isn't like a problem with the game. This is just an odd gripe I have with the game. That for some reason, every single boss, they added a big eye.
I know what you mean.
The big hit me here thing.
Well, it's like really, really like gross looking and random. Like you'll do like the normal boss fight, you know, like how you would in the N64 version. But then for every boss in the 3DS version, after you do that bit, just like on its back or something, just a massive eye just like pops out of its flesh, and then you have to defeat that.
Is that because everybody's like corrupted and evil?
And it's not
because
like
of,
gloom. No,
okay.
no, it's just
Shows you how many Zelda games I've played.
It's just because. It's just because. But like I was saying, doesn't like detract the game. It's just like I would love to ask Nintendo why they thought it was necessary. Like what was that for?
Just I don't know, easy weak point. I don't know. There's really not even that many bosses. There's only four dungeons.
There's only 4, yeah.
But I don't have much to say about it. I mean, I feel like you shouldn't really compare it to Ocarina of Time because Ocarina of Time is its own story, and I mean Majora's Mask has the same character, sure, but like you're a completely different world. The whole thing, like you start off with young Link like falling down a ditch, like everybody knows everybody knows the theory that Link is dead in Majora's Mask. I like to believe that theory. I just think it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Just because he literally falls into this world with an open sky, and it's called Termina, like the end.
Yeah.
Like, but
yeah. Unless you had something to say, Daniel.
I was gonna say the only things that I really know about these two games is that there's like certain parts of it that I would always see in like YouTube videos when I was younger, being like, "This is one of the scariest moments in any Nintendo game," and they bring up like the dungeon with like the skulls and stuff in Ocarina of Time, or like the mask salesman or something.
It's not that deep.
In Majora's Mask, there's like that really disturbing section where there's that guy who's like been mummified and he's like trapped in a toilet, and his like daughter is like looking out for him. That is one thing I will say though, that this game, like Ocarina of Time, I mean the Zelda franchise as a whole has this quality, but I think these two especially has a lot of heart behind it. Like these, like I said, how Ocarina is like emotional for me, but this game has a lot of emotional moments too. Like if you do the like Lover's Mask quest, that is sad. That quest is like really, really depressing. The whole game is really, really depressing.
I think the whole game just had some kind of this is my fucking emo 13-year-old self coming out. But like so like it's like a metaphorical death. You know what I mean? Like everything has some kind of metaphorical death behind it. Like the lover's quest, like they were in love, and this guy turns back into a kid, and that's the death of their relationship. There's the death of our father. There's the death of all the people the masks came from. There's
well, if you fail, there's the death of everyone.
Yeah, literally,
the death of everybody.
Literally, because I mean, like so much, like is on your shoulders.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I think I would say this is the most ambitious Zelda game besides Breath of the Wild. Because Breath of the Wild was like a complete game changer, but this game like reused, assets, character models, everything, even music from Ocarina of Time. So to, make it so that people still want to buy the game, they really went out of their way to make this game, story interesting, thematically interesting. Its gameplay is unlike any other Zelda game, or honestly any game I can really think of. The time mechanic in this game, I think correct me if I'm wrong, I definitely never played another game, but I don't know of any other games that are like that, where it's like you have a time limit, but you're constantly rewinding and fast forwarding time. That's a really cool mechanic. And also, the built-in time system into the game, none of that was like anything necessarily new for Generation 6, Generation 5 game. But it's still really cool that things are constantly in motion, even if you're not affecting them. And you get the schedule of the day, and it's the postman will be here at these times, and these characters will have this conversation at this time, and you actually have to schedule out the side quests when they happen, and characters react differently depending on what day it is. The first couple days, if you go to the tavern, there's everyone in there is laughing about the moon. They're oh, you this conspiracy theory, you really think the moon. And then if you go there on the third day, if you're losing, is so depressing, because you get to see how every different character handles grief. Some people don't have any dialogue. They're just in an alley, just crying, just terrified. The people in the pub are just suddenly angry at everybody. It's actually really, really depressing.
Exactly. It's just all kind of like that. I remember there's a quest where the little farm girl, I forget what her name is.
Starts with an L. Oh, Malin. Yeah.
Is that it? I don't remember if they have the same names in Majora's Mask or anything, but I remember she's just out on the farm, and then she's aliens.
The UFO.
And then you have to fight off aliens, literal aliens.
It has nothing to do with the rest of the game. It just happens.
But if you don't fight off the aliens kidnap her. Or wait, maybe they kidnap her from the start. I don't remember. But I remember something happens, they kidnap her, or they save her, you save her, or she just comes back and she's just gone. She cannot,
she's lobotomized.
Yeah, she cannot function anymore. What?
She just stares up into space and she can't she doesn't say she can't move, she can't speak. It's actually really depressing.
Yeah.
This was in the era where games were just doing things.
Yeah.
The dog races.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna mute this guy's mic. The dog races.
I have no idea what that is.
Continue what you were saying about that.
No, I was gonna say, this was when games were just nobody, we were still in the early phases of making video games, kind of, so people were just doing stuff.
Yeah.
That would just randomly putting aliens that lobotomize people in Zelda.
It's today, how I feel indie games, you can just kind of do whatever you want, but I feel most studios today wouldn't make a game Majora's Mask, just because it doesn't. I don't know. I feel it doesn't really fit into a nice category. It's kind of It's kind of its own unique. It's got its own flavor. It has people genuinely mourning the death of a family member, and then it also has betting on dog races.
Peak, by the way. But yeah, I know exactly, and that's why I don't to just compare Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, even though fans do it all the time.
They're trying to accomplish two different things.
But anyways, I know you were segueing me to talking about dog races, so I'm gonna talk about the dog races.
Okay.
The dog races. It's just a little mini game. You walk into this dog farm, literally.
Yeah.
And this lady's hey, I raise dogs.
You want to race them?
You want to race them? And you have to pick they have specific stats. There's a gold dog that they usually pick. I think there's a black dog. There's a bunch of white dogs. There's whatever dogs. There's but then there's the blue dog.
The blue dog, Daniel.
And the blue dog has the worst stats out of any dog. The only dog that is scientifically mathematically, that's a better word, mathematically proven
Analytically.
to not being able to win a match.
This is terrible.
Just because his stats are so bad.
I see.
But I remember I watched a video recently. It just came across. It was a beautiful lunchtime, and I was like, what should I watch for lunch today? And I found this video talking about this guy trying to make the Blue Dogs succeed, and it took him like 1 million or 2 million attempts of 4 emulators all at once, just racing the Blue Dog,
Resetting to
waiting
get
for
the Blue
him,
Dog to
waiting
win.
for him to win. And oh my goodness, it was so peak. I remember it was like, he was like, we thought it was impossible, but then, and then they show the clip, and I'm like, this never gets old.
The Blue Dog did it. Yeah.
Absolute cinema. Absolute gaming.
It was beautiful. It was a beautiful sight. But that's really all I had to say about the Blue
Yeah.
Dog. You get like a heart piece for
Yeah.
like that's
For
it.
the dog racing, yeah. But back to what we were talking about. Story-wise.
Story-wise, I think I gotta be honest. I mean, this story of itself, like rewinding time, I think it works, but I don't think it works. You know what I mean?
What do you not like about it?
I don't like. So the whole thing is, you rewind time, start on day 1, go to a dungeon, kill the boss, get his mask or whatever you steal from him, and I guess you have to rewind time anyways just to get back to the start of day 1.
Yeah.
But like you still have the boss's mark, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whereas whenever you travel back in time, like everything else disappears, like all of your items disappear and all that. Which is like, why do I get to keep the mask?
Yeah, it is
But-
definitely just a video gamey thing. Like, it doesn't actually make any sense.
Exactly. Like I never, by rewinding time, I never technically killed him.
Yeah,
So
or
I
like-
shouldn't be able to say that I
Or
killed
like,
him.
you remember how there's the bank, and if you rewind time, you lose all your rupees unless you put them in the bank, and the bank is like somehow like some
Like interdimensional bank.
Yes, it's literally you rewind time, and you go back, and they have your money from the future that you that you placed.
We don't know how we got this, but you go.
But yeah,
I'll
Has
give
your
you
name on it.
I'll give you your money, kid. Here's all of your rupees.
but I like the rewind mechanic, but I've never actually played the game, so I can't say that it's actually enjoyable in practice. In concept, it sounds fun. Also, I think this game has one of my favorite villains. I feel like that's a big, especially for movies, but for video games too. I love like villains. I don't know. They're just always a fun aspect of every story.
No, it definitely is.
And I really love Skull Kid. As a kid, I found Skull Kid to be kind of bland. I was just like, okay, it's a mask. But then you learn the backstory of Skull Kid, and he was like abandoned. He has no friends, and he found this mask.
Me too, buddy. You're not special.
Well, if you ever see a creepy mask salesman with a strange Majora's mask,
I'll
do
take
not
it.
buy it.
No.
And
I'll take
it possesses him, and it's tragic. Like, it's not the kid's fault. He just gets possessed by this like demon mask and almost kills everyone. And then the ending with the giants is kind of corny, but it's also kind of sweet. Like, the giants were his friends, and obviously recruit the giants to stop the moon. And then at the end, he like is trying to apologize and stuff. And they're it's the corny moment. They're like, oh no, Skull Kid, like, we're still your friends. Like, we're still gonna be there for you. It's like, oh, that's sweet. I like that.
Yeah. And yeah, that's just another thing that I just really like about the game is, I mean, number one, how like it gets to have a good ending, and number two, just the masks in general.
Yeah.
Like, one thing I don't like about the masks is whenever you put them on, they don't look like they're strapped on your head very well.
No.
I don't like that. But then they have such cool concepts.
Yeah.
But some of them you can only use in some specific spots. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, okay, like you got
The frog one.
Yeah, you got the frog one just so you can talk to frogs. You got the bunny ears so you can run around all fast, which
Yeah.
I think is cool.
That one's very useful. Yeah.
But then there's like the giant's mask, which
Yeah.
you only get to use for like the final dungeon boss,
Yeah.
whatever that
Yeah.
is, where you just get big and you like grab this sandworm thing and
Yeah.
start slamming it around.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome. But then I'm like, why can't I use this in Hyrule Town?
Yeah.
I want to stomp on the buildings.
And I love that this game, it might be, in my opinion, one of the best games to 100%. It actually has really good incentives. It's just kind of a cool game to 100% because you're constantly manipulating time to do each side quest, but also it's not required to get every mask at all. You just have to do the 4 dungeons. But if you do, you get one of the coolest rewards for 100%. And you get the Fierce Deity mask, which just like breaks the game. Like during the final boss, it's like, all right, you got to fight this like interdimensional demon mask. But then you just become like God Link and you just destroy him.
That was my favorite part of it.
Yeah.
I love the final boss for that. It was one of the few instances in a Zelda game where I was happy to have a fight that lasted very long.
Yeah.
But I can't think of any other ones. There's one mask. It's like the stone mask.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
literally a rock. You put it on your face, and
Enemies can't see you, right?
yeah, literally, they just can't see you. And I remember the way you get it is there is literally an invisible dying soldier,
Yeah.
like in the middle of a dungeon. He's like, take this,
Yeah.
and then he goes away.
Yeah. It's like, there's some kooky, goofy masks. Like the bomb mask is one of my favorites. Do you remember that one?
I didn't use a lot of them.
You literally just strap a bomb to your face and you can blow up walls, but it still hurts you. It still hurts you, like if
Of
you use a bomb.
course.
So it's just like the bomb item, like you have infinite of it, but it's just you just tape a bomb to your face and infinitely can blow stuff up. It's so funny.
It's just like me, for real.
I don't even remember, dude. I want to look up all these masks.
Or there's like
Well, we don't have too much time left to spend on this one. We got to move on to Wind Waker.
we might just have to do Wind Waker, and we're gonna have to do a 3-part.
Wind Waker and the DS game.
Yeah, we might have to do a 3-part.
Wait, no, I got this.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Now we need to make a decision live on the air, gentlemen. Are we going to split this up into 3 parts?
No, we're gonna talk about Wind Waker.
Or
I don't want to do 3 parts of Zelda.
Or
3 episodes where I've got nothing to say.
are we going? Okay, so are we going to cut Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks? Are we
No,
going
we
to
can
consider
talk
those top
about.
halves?
You guys haven't played those, have you?
No.
Yeah, but there's still a lot to talk about. I mean, I haven't played Majora's Mask, and we just spent 20 minutes talking about it.
Oh,
15.
we'll see. We'll see how long Wind Waker takes.
All right, do we want to jump to Wind Waker then? Do we want
Windy
to
Wakers.
abandon you, Majora's Mask?
Majora's Mask is a
Alright.
good game. Next,
Wind Waker.
This game came out on my birthday
Wow.
in 2002. I was -2.
-2. You were unicellular.
Exactly.
Wowee.
So interesting. This is the only game on this list today, at least, that all 3 of us have played in some fashion.
In some fashion.
Some
Notice how
fashion.
Jacob says, in some
Because
fashion.
me and Daniel
Some
played the beginning and nothing else. Well, I don't know how far
You've-
did you play, Daniel?
You've played so much more than me.
Oh, really? Oh, never mind.
I
There's
got-
no way. I only did like the first dungeon, bro.
I got out of like the first place, I got off like the initial island,
Yeah.
and then I got through like that kind of like the dungeon,
The
prison
sneaking,
area,
the
sneaking
fortress
there.
of what is it? Fortress of Fortitude, something goofy like that.
No clue.
I think that's what it's called.
It's been a while since I played this, but I love this game.
I think it's
Then I got to Dragon Roost Island. I
Okay.
got to the boss, and that was it.
so yeah. So I'm barely farther than you. I just beat the boss, and then I did a little bit of treasure hunting, and then I dropped the game. So Xander, you got 14 minutes. Go ahead.
Wake the wind, buddy.
Wake the winds. What is great about this game? What is less great?
All right. First off, you'll notice something that you would not expect after playing Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. Your characters are all cartoons.
What?
Do what?
They're-
Toon characters.
They're all these little goofy guys, and we're in a happy little atmosphere now instead of the sad, dark, and depressing age of 3D Zelda that we once had. But the whole point of this game is, I don't remember what timeline it was, but Ganondorf lived, or he got mad.
Isn't this the bad timeline?
No,
I
this is
think
not
I thought it
Ganondorf.
was.
This is the timeline where so
gotta
the way
watch
it
a
works.
video on the
Ocarina of
Zelda
Time. I last year I got big into Zelda lore for some reason. Right before I played Wind Waker, and I watched a bunch of videos on it. So this timeline is the one where Link wins, but he goes back to the past. So it's the adult timeline, but that timeline never got a Link. So when he goes back to the past to do Majora's Mask, and he grows up, like, that's its own timeline. This one is just what if Ganondorf was defeated,
And there was no Link.
but there was no Link. And so he gets sealed by the sages, and then he breaks out, because
Of course he
Blog
does.
always is breaking out. He breaks
He always
out.
comes back.
And,
All right, we'll put you
and-
in the crystal.
and this is really depressing. He comes back and everyone just waits for Link to come back. Genuinely in the universe, everyone's just like, the hero of time will come back. He's got our back.
Is this the era without a
waiting.
hero? Is that what they call
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay.
And he
Me
never comes
waiting
back.
For the hero of time to come back.
And so
Day 817 of waiting for the hero of time to come back.
so Ganondorf takes over, and he's like wreaking havoc. And so the god of the seas, he's like, all right, Ganondorf is cooking all of us. We're all gonna die either way. I'm gonna flood the entire world to stop Ganondorf. So he floods it, and Ganondorf dies. And then this is in the distant future, and the cycle continues. A new Zelda's born, a new Ganondorf is born, and a new Link is born. And Ganondorf says, I'm gonna unflood the world and reclaim Hyrule.
Truly. How beautiful that was.
It's a pretty cool story.
BEA beautiful.
BEA
And-
beautiful.
With the success of Spirit Tracks, the lore has revealed that the world is unflooded within 100 years.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
Crazy.
Odd.
kind of stupid,
Yeah.
if you ask me. But anyway,
But anyways.
I mean, not much to do, not much to say. You get on this ship with these people you don't know, these hooligans, these pirates, and they say, "All right, buddy, go to war." And they give you a sword, and you go fight, and then
To
you
save your sister.
and then you get lost. Yeah, your sister got kidnapped.
Kidnapped by a big bird.
And you come across this ship who is actually the king of Hyrule. What?
What?
So,
The Wind Waker?
yeah.
No.
Oh.
And he's your best buddy. He lets you
Ride in his his hole. Wait, that doesn't sound any better.
and we cancel
he lets you sail the vast seas.
within him.
You two travel together.
He's a boat, dude.
I know
don't
he's
what
a boat.
I
Guys,
don't
he's
know
a
what
boat.
else
I
to
swear,
say.
guys, he's a boat.
He's a boat.
He's a boat, guys.
Look it up. King of Red Lions. Google now.
So you travel with your new best friend, the King of Red Lions.
Across this vast sea.
Because the lore is nice voice crack, Jacob. The
lore
is that your sister was kidnapped because Ganondorf is so at this point it's very well known that the cycle keeps repeating. Like people know, they're like, okay, Ganondorf keeps coming back, Link keeps coming back, Zelda keeps coming back. They know all this, which is part of why they were waiting for the Hero of Time. And so Ganondorf says, if I'm back, that means that Zelda's back. And she's like, for some reason he thinks she's the biggest threat to his plans. I would say it's Link, but what do I know?
It always is Link.
But anyway, so he's like, I gotta find Zelda. Oh wait, no. I think it's because, I take it back. I think it's because she's the only one. Doesn't he need her to unflood the land? Something like that. Anyways, so he's looking for her. But all he knows is that she is a young blonde-haired girl. And so he just searches for he just picks up every single blonde girl he sees and says, is that Zelda? No, that's not Zelda. Little does he know that the pirate who picked up Link, named Tetra, who is not blonde, is Zelda in disguise.
What? No one could have ever predicted
Yes.
that.
Whoa. What?
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 Yeah.
What?
What?
Okay, all right.
What?
It's not that surprising. It's kind of surprising. It's not that surprising.
What? Yeah, no. Wasn't so there. I remember there was a mission in this game where like you go to one of the islands and there's an old man. He's like, "Please give me money," and then you save your sister and his daughter.
Yep, that's right.
What was she blonde? I thought she was like brown haired.
Oh wait, I think you're right. Why did Ganondorf kidnap her then? I swear that was
For
part
fun.
of the lore that he was looking for maybe he was just looking for every single young girl on the planet, and he was just going through them one at a time.
I need all of them.
He just sent this one bird to go kidnap every single like 12-year-old girl.
I know she's 12. I gotta get her.
Yeah, so, but he just didn't kidnap Tetra for some reason. I don't know. But yeah.
I don't know. I figured Tetra would be a lot older. I don't know. What do I?
She's not, though. She's the same age, isn't she?
I have no idea.
I was gonna say I think she was the same around the same age as you.
But basically,
if you're a big pirate dude living that pirate life that you're about, and you see like a 12-year-old girl like bossing everybody around, I'd be like, get her off my shit, bro.
Well, she was
she
was able to beat people up.
Yeah, she
was
Tetra,
12?
bro.
Yeah,
bro, she Tetra, bro. Yeah, bro, she Tetra, bro. All right, Daniel, leave the studio, please. You're not even needed today. Oh wait, my bad. Oh, Chad, he is exiting the studio as we speak. He's had enough. He's leaving, and he's gone. All right, so top 10 least favorite aspects of Daniel Hinckley.
Number 1.
Is he gonna return? Oh no, yeah. He walked past the window. He's gone. Well, I guess Daniel's gone for the episode, guys. I'm sorry.
He left his coat. I think I'm gonna sell it.
So basically,
I can hear him. He's walking under the thing.
he's walking under the window. He crawled under the window.
Did you hear me say? I hear you.
All right, so you get to the
Wind
end.
Waker.
You find the pieces of the Triforce, which in this game it always kind of does the same thing. It has power, but in this game specifically it grants wishes. So that's how Ganondorf is going to unflood the world. So you get to the end of the game, and I'm trying to remember exactly. That's right. Sanders just showing us pictures of different masks from Majora's Mask.
It's a cow.
It's a cow mask. You get to the end of the game, and it's revealed by the King of Red. First, the King of Red Line says, "Hey, Link, I'm actually the King of Hyrule."
What?
And then he says, "Tetra's my daughter." Dua?
Which means that she's Zelda.
So, like, was it him who placed the spell on her to make her? Because I thought the reason why she looked different, like why she had different colored hair and skin, is because they placed a spell upon her to make her look different, so that Ganondorf would say, "She doesn't have blonde hair. It can't be her."
I have no idea. I don't know anything about. I don't remember anything.
Otherwise, that would be a very
odd.
odd spell. If it's like, I'm gonna wipe her memory so she doesn't remember she's Zelda. Also, I'm gonna change her ethnicity for no reason at all. That would be a strange spell to cast. But anyway, so it's revealed she is Zelda, and then Ganondorf gets absolutely baited by the King of Hyrule. Honestly, it's one of the goofiest moments in all of Zelda, in my opinion. Ganondorf is literally inches away from the Triforce, and he takes time to gloat to these two 12-year-olds. He's like, lol. Like, literally, he raises his hands up to the heavens just to laugh. Like, do his comic laugh, and then he looks down, and the King of Hyrule is just standing there with his hand on the Triforce, and he's like, "Yep, I beat you to it. You gloated too much." And then he
Checkmate. I wish Ganon was dead.
And then he floods him again, and then Link brutally murders him. Like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like stabs a sword straight through Ye Olde skull and turns him to stone.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It is crazy.
It reminds me. Oh my goodness, bro. Just like Twilight Princess.
It is. I will say that game does have some of my favorite lore, the Twilight Princess lore. Like the opening scene, or I think it's the opening with We'll get to it next episode though. With Ganondorf, where he's like trapped in the Twilight Realm, and they're like stabbing him with these light swords. That goes crazy. Like, I'm actually surprised that Nintendo even put that in the game. I guess Zelda though is not so much a young kids game. Yeah.
There was a. Did you ever like beat the game? Do you know the ending? Not like the ending, but like right after you kill Ganondorf.
Of Twilight Princess?
Yeah.
I never played Twilight Princess.
Oh shit. Should I just talk about it right now?
Save it for next episode. Okay, if you really want to, you can touch on it real quick.
I can't. Anyways, they just stabbed the Master Sword through his heart.
Oh, I guess I have seen that, actually.
And then Ganondorf turns around and walks away.
Yeah.
You know,
and Link and Zelda turn around and like limp away. And there's just this scene of them both walking away from each other, and then Ganondorf falls.
Yeah.
And it was so dramatic.
Crazy. That
it
is
was
crazy,
like,
genuinely.
what? It was so cool. I want to replay it.
This game also has Ganondorf has no chill in this game. Like, obviously, kidnapping.
Nah, he's always
girls
mad,
is-
bro.
is-
Bro
is
is
kinda crazy.
mad.
But in this game, bro, his crash out at the end of the game where he just starts like physically like beating these kids, like children. Like it's because it's in a game, you kind of forget that they're 12. But, like if you watch that scene play out in live action,
Like, oh my God.
he picks up Link by like the neck and gives him the old 1-2. Like he literally just like wails on these kids. He like knocks Zelda unconscious with nothing. He has 2 swords. He puts them away so that he can just beat them. It's like, what? Ganondorf.
Now imagine if you saw this happening in downtown Vermilion.
That's crazy.
It would be a different reaction.
A different reaction.
You wouldn't look at the boy and say, "Oh, well, that's just the hero of
That's
time."
the king of wins, or what is it? Hero of wins.
The king of wins.
I will say I like that. Each Link has a different like hero of whatever, and in my opinion, the most baller, the most famous one is Hero of Time. Hero of Wins. Okay, that's a little goofy. And then I will touch on it since it's pertinent to the Toon universe. So Hero of Winds is in this game, and that's in Phantom Hourglass. And then in Spirit Tracks, which is 100 years later, we get the Hero of Trains. That's his official title.
Dude, that is dope.
Absolute cinema.
One of them gets to rule over time. One of them gets to rule over locomotives.
He's just like me.
That's an iconic quote.
One of them gets to rule over locomotives.
I just came up with that off the rip, everybody.
You heard it here first, folks.
I feel like if I'm that, like, I got the short end of the stick, bro. Like, Hero of Time. What is Twilight Princess? He's the hero of...
Twilight.
I don't think
I
so.
thought
Is he Hero of Twilight?
I think so.
That's also a baller title, though. Hero, and then you get the Hero of the Wild.
Yeah.
Hero of Winds. Okay, Hero of Time. The original one was oh my gosh, what was he? Hero of... Oh no.
Who and which?
I used to remember. I used to actually remember him pretty well.
Before Hero of Time.
I don't remember like what Minish Caps is or what the original Zelda's is. Like
Minish Cap.
Oh, well.
Hero of the Tiny.
Hero of the Size.
I don't remember. I cannot for the life of me remember. You want to know some other interesting Zelda lore? Just to wrap up,
it does say Hero of Twilight.
Do you want to know my favorite to end us off? 'Cause we only got like a minute left. My favorite Legend of Zelda lore fact when I was in my lore era. So there's the hero of Link to the Past, which is I don't even remember what it is. And then he has Link Between Worlds, which are 2 of the more deadly Link missions. Like he's a kid and his uncle dies, and then he has to like go and save the world. And it's pretty traumatic, of course. Transporting between different universes and such. And then in universe, the next game, the last game in his timeline is Triforce Heroes. He finishes beating what's her name, Yuga or something like that, in Link Between Worlds.
Yeah.
He's just had 2 life-threatening situations, and then he goes like a couple kingdoms over, and they're like, "Oh no, the princess has to wear a brown bodysuit," and he's like, "I will take arms for her." He finds 2 random other guys. Like in the universe, they're not even other Links. They're just 2 people who look like Link. And then he goes to fight to give her dress back. I love it.
And that's the end.
And that's the end of his story.
And also
the
end of Triple Jelly Donut Extreme for this week.
This week on Valentine's Day.
That is Valentine's Day. We never mentioned that. We never mentioned the love between these 2 characters.
I love Link.
Twilight Princess.
And I love you guys.
Aww.
Farewell, ladies and germs.